So we are here at IAAPA, first time ever getting media access. So of course, what I want to shoot this amazing booth, and I feel like I'm interviewing royalty here. So this is an amazing opportunity. Obviously, big fan of Mardi Gras, big fan of your studio.
Thank
what
you.
you do for Universal and of course a lot of other places. So tell me about who you are and for some reason you don't know listeners, a little bit about Kern Studios.
Yeah, so thanks for coming. Excited to speak with you guys to start off. I'm Fitz Kern. I'm Vice President of Kern Studios. We're headquartered in New Orleans, but we do work internationally. And our company was founded in 1932 by my great-grandfather. He built his first float on the back of a garbage wagon. All the way back then, almost 90 years ago. And as you can see here, we've gone quite a bit past that today. But I think that our company now, we work with Universal Orlando to produce their Mardi Gras parade. Obviously, we're in our 27th year of that event this year, which is one of the longest running shows in the park's history. I believe the longest, actually. And we do work for other regional theme parks, doing everything from Mardi Gras parades to holiday parades to parades specific to the IP of those specific parks. We also do theming as well now. And so that could be anything from, if you've ever seen a Chick-fil-A cow on a billboard, we do all that work, to Mars Candy, if you've seen an M&M store in Times Square or on the Las Vegas Strip. We do all that type of work, and then really anyone in the entertainment industry that needs a specialty fabrication firm to kind of make the creative possible, we're the company to go to.
Cool. Well, every year we love to see the big reveal of the floats. They're always amazing, and they become more and more amazing every year. Unfortunately, last year we didn't have new floats, but what a great year to have repeat, because there are these two floats I personally love in Mardi Gras.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, last year was a crazy year, unprecedented year for the whole industry, and obviously UO, they had to kind of do that event in a little bit of a different way. I think there were some nice things that they did on the F&B side that was cool, that will be coming back this year, from what I hear. But this year we got a brand new set of floats coming down, and all the fans will be able to see a full new theme with all the behind the scenes kind of hidden messages and everything else. So I'm sure people will be figuring out when we open in early February.
Nobody's watching this. Just let me know where the floats are.
You'll have to wait.
Yeah. But I love what was done with the refurbishing of the floats that we have already. Like King Gators never look better. I love all the new lights for the light poles and just lighting on the float. I like how now the float itself is lit up, which is really nice.
Absolutely, yeah. The UO creative team, as always, they did a fantastic job working collaboratively with our studio to come up with something that, we're glad that you and the rest of the crowd liked it. And I think that it was a great investment in the future of the event. And I think that it shows that it'll be around and well for hopefully years to come.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So overall the years, what is the most significant thing you've seen? Because I'm sure you've seen many iterations and improvements in technology and as far as for materials and process of making these wonderful floats.
So I think the most interesting thing is obviously as technology continues to change, we have a 7-axis KUKA robot down at our studio in New Orleans, and it's on a 40-foot rail. So we're capable of making individual pieces up to 53 foot long. Anyone that's ever seen King Gator understands that we work on a really big scale, and so that was something that was absolutely necessary. Obviously, people are generally familiar with the 3D printing process. This is a reductive system, so it's not additive, it's reductive, but it's what made the most sense for us at our scale, and also from a precision perspective, it's unmatched in the industry as well. And so I mean, we've done subcontracting work for NASA in the past because our tolerances are so tight. And so it's not what keeps the doors open every day, but it is interesting to be able to work on those different capacities from time to time and see how those industries work. But we still are, luckily for us, we have had enough work in the theming and prop making and float building capacity that we've been able to keep the machine pretty busy. But yeah, that's definitely, I mean, from a technology perspective, there's obviously a number of things to point out, but that would be one thing just from a way we fabricate. It's funny. People always ask, does that replace, is that, automating, is it taking away jobs from your studio? And I always say it actually is creating more jobs because that machine doesn't just run on its own. There's tons of people behind the machines that are in charge of running that job, but also it allows us it gives us more production capacity where we can bid more work, and that needs more finishing jobs downstream. And we've actually added we still do some hand sculpting, and we've added hand sculptors as well. And so it's really just another piece of the puzzle that helps us make and finish the projects that we work on.
Absolutely. I would think something like that with more precision would just up the game of everybody else. And then you have people who go in and can put more detail in, since you're starting with such a base like that. So I also, since you mentioned UL, I know that recently they did something very nice for the family. Introduced a window, which is located very close to where the parade steps off in our park.
Absolutely, yeah. That was my grandfather, Blaine Kern, who was fondly known as Mr. Mardi Gras to those in New Orleans for kind of his contributions that he made to the growth and democratization of Mardi Gras in New Orleans. He loved Universal Mardi Gras, and UO very graciously gave him a kind of a permanent memorial right there, like you said, near the step off of the parade that myself and the rest of my family were really touched when we saw that, just because it's a great memorial and it's something that he would have really, really appreciated if he was still with us today.
And if you know a little bit about theme parks, that's one of the things that they do to honor their own. So that's why it's such a great honor to honor an individual who wasn't even an employee of Universal, but it's such a part of our park, right? We just felt like we needed to honor him as well.
Yeah, it's a partnership that we really, really value. And I mean, it again was really touching, and we were, I mean, it, like you said, it's really not something that's commonly done. And so it was a very, very nice gesture that we couldn't believe it when we found out.
Yeah, back to the folks, I love the increasing technology for like the just not just static LEDs, but all of the different patterns and things that can be involved, making motion and in strategic locations. I love that as well as a kind of a lighting rig solves so that.
Absolutely.
That adds to folks.
The lighting, the fixtures, just like everything else in this world, they continue to get, cheaper, more energy efficient, have more capabilities every year. And so, lighting is such a huge part of obviously the UO parade, but pretty much all night parades that we do now. It's a huge element that people correctly are putting more and more emphasis on as the time goes on.
All right, well, that's pretty much the. Are you sure you can't tell us the detail?
I wish I could, but maybe when off air we can give you some of the details.
Sorry guys, I tried. We'll just have to wait. But it's of course worth the wait because it's going to be amazing as always.
Yeah, please come out and see it. It's going to be a great parade this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be right by your wonderful floats some nights. So thank you very much for speaking with Dave and speaking there.
Absolutely.
And let me be done, bro.
Yeah, thank you.